If you're tired, we can sit down.
I'm not tired.
Oh, okay. I just couldn't tell because you were dragging your feet.
Why didn't you just say pick up your feet?
I didn't know if you were tired.
You were being passive-aggressive.
No, I wasn't.
You are so infuriating.
Please stop yelling.
I'm not yelling. Oh, it's perfect.
I love it.
What differentiates a world-class director from a great one? I think it comes down to one word: identity. I know that seems counterintuitive, as a director inherently relies on the crew surrounding them, and they're always behind a camera, so how can their identity be such a core part of a film? No single individual has more influence over a movie than a director. Yet, despite all the people who collaborate on a film, a world-class director's style often breaks through, which results in a clear identity across their films. My name is Pei, and today we're talking about the rise of Greta Gerwig. Yeah, most of my friends are Oppenheimer homies, but I'm more of a Barbie boy. Unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably heard of the Barbie Oppenheimer opening weekend. These two opposite films seem to be the buzz of social media. And the initial reason I wanted to make this video is because I thought it was really interesting that Greta Gerwig's Barbie movie seemed to be getting more press than Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. Now, this may just be the social media I frequent or the memes surrounding everything, but a lot of people were very excited about Barbie. And in some ways, maybe the comparison's damaging. They're both their own very unique films, and the meme is just a meme. But I still find it very interesting that Greta Gerwig's third film is still in the same discussion as Christopher Nolan's new potential masterpiece. Now, I don't say that at all to take away from Greta Gerwig. I actually heavily prefer Gerwig's films to Nolan's. But I think there's no denying Nolan as a world-class director, especially given all of his accolades. And I think he's part of that upper echelon of directors, the ones that don't just do a really good job, but also offer something unique to them, the ones with clear film identity. Spielberg, Scorsese, Bong Joon-ho, Wes Anderson, Edgar Wright, Danny Villeneuve. Nope, not you, George Lucas. But do you notice anything about that list? There's not a lot of diversity. And I don't say that because there aren't amazing, diverse directors who are being snubbed by the public and me. Which is part of what makes Greta Gerwig's remarkable success after just 3 movies all the more interesting. Because I believe Greta Gerwig is on the precipice of being part of that group. I'm sure there's people who already think she's part of it. Now, 3 movies isn't a lot of movies, but a lot of these world-class directors that I mentioned before only have 2 to 3 movies that really stand out above the rest. Greta Gerwig is kind of doing something that no one else is doing. Not only as a female director, but also the stories she's telling about women aren't told, with both mainstream popular appeal and to critical acclaim. All of her stories have deeply ingrained feminist ideals without it feeling like it's taking the foreground or attention away from a remarkable story. And she's doing this in an industry that is incredibly unaccepting of these stories. And while a study at a San Diego State University showed that only 22% of directors are women, 2 out of the 5 last Best Picture winners were directed by women. And outside of directing, we're seeing more women involved in the creation of stories. Great shows like Abbott Elementary, Fleabag, and Insecure are perfect examples. They're also making money, which means they're gonna keep on being made. And while the money a film makes is not always a testament to the director's skill, Barbie's opening weekend was record-breaking. It was the most money a female-directed movie has ever made. Which leads us to...
Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
So I watched Barbie yesterday, and my main takeaway was there were many ways it almost didn't work, except for the fact that it did. It was a movie that probably didn't need to be made. What I mean by that is to tell this story well and satisfy all parties involved is really tricky, because making a movie with a major studio is already very difficult. Large budget films have to constantly balance the audience's perception, the expectations from the studio, and the artistic vision from the members of the cast and crew. But with Barbie, on top of those already limiting factors, you attached on a corporation, a brand, public perception of that brand, and more corporate expectations than an already very corporate studio. For example, they didn't hold back when it came to product placement in this movie. And I'm probably not alone when I say that product placement in films tends to be disruptive and frustrating. And in most cases, it doesn't work, and in some ways it didn't work in Barbie. But every time there was something that came along that I slightly struggled with, it was matched and overshadowed with remarkable acting, directing, costume and stage design, and choreography. Barbie didn't take itself too seriously, and if components of the film had been slightly worse, it might not have worked. But it did. I could probably make an entire video essay exploring Barbie as a film, but instead, for now, I'm just gonna say 8 out of 10. But going back to the thesis of this video, Greta Gerwig is solidifying herself as being very close, if not already past the line of what makes a director world class. And what makes that even more remarkable is that outside of the concert and 2008 micro-budget film she directed before her mainstream Hollywood directing career, it only took her 3 movies. Thank you. Subscribe for more weekly video essays.